Happily, oh, double bubble, toil and trouble, that's the thing to do. I'll buy your troubles for a bean or two. Oh, double bubble, toil and trouble, that's the thing to do. I'll buy your troubles for a bean or two. It's about time you came along, Jack. Just put all your troubles in this old sack. Oh, it's soon I'll find him. Without a doubt, I'll sneak him out and sneak up right behind him. Come out, wherever you are, I tell you. Simply the simple giant that I am. I know that you are here, for I can smell you. I'll eat you for my lunch with bread and jam. Come out, wherever
Because we are brave.
But why?
Let us show you.
What makes the brave man brave? What makes the brave man brave? Native folks get plenty scared just as other people do. But we find quicker than running away, simply just run. Why do the brave men sing to the stars and native people learn that when we tell stars what to do, they'll accomplish any task as long as it's through you. We'll translate for you. How means our tribe. How means that. Gotta mean other tribes too. That makes the brave ones brave. That makes the brave ones brave.
I know you helped save me. Why do boys take the credit for everything?
Rush out like a grand maman and leap up and over. Well, let's try it again. Ready? Thank you. Better. Oh, that was much better. Thank you. No devil. Hey! I'm at desk.
What's the date? 2/20/13.
What?
2. Which is write your name. Okay, down close to my feet.
Yes.
So nice. Okay, guys. New page.
I got garbage. Garbage.
back.
Good job. We have to draw that.
We're going to draw this, right?
We're just being ourselves.
It's very nice. Only thing I feel,
Because if you're looking at it, it's all hard edges, and I tried to soften some of them, but it, you know.
That you're overshooting there. Okay.
That would be a D3.
Yeah, that's a common thing when we're adding that third finger to the third fret there. Take this form.
You just move it down one.
Over.
Over.
Yes, over.
And then A minor.
Yes, that's another weepy chord there.
And then A, you just.
Christianess. Stuck in a place where I can't get out of, feeling trapped. It seems like I'm not able to breathe. Panic. That's what comes to my mind first. Oh my God, I'm suffocating. What am I going to do? Nothing. Because there's nothing I can't do. So I think and say my life is over while I'm crying, trying to find a way out. It's dark. I can't see anything. I feel things crawling on my skin, or maybe it's my mind playing tricks, but I don't think so. It feels so real. I trip and fall. My leg is all scraped up. My knee stings. I get back up and start feeling around while the blood runs down my leg.
What interesting creatures they are. They are similar, but have many differences. What sharp teeth they have and are able to rip their food. If we get too close, would they bite? Sometimes the youngest ones would bite one another.
I have noticed they do not like pain. They have a very low tolerance.
Is that why they cover their walking limbs?
And they cover their bodies. They must be cold. Notice the many differences in their hair. Some have hair that goes straight from their scalp.
Some have long hair that falls backward over their backs.
Some hair is parted, and they have various textures and colors.
All of us, although some seem to see better than others. Protruding side areas appear to be where they can understand sound. Can they hear us?
Hey! Can you hear us?
Some have dots on their faces. Wait, I think those dots are called freckles.
Just like their hair, their skin has many shades as well.
Some noses are longer. That one has a huge nose.
Look at those cheeks. Do they store food in there for future use? They squint their eyes wide their mouth, and often very their teeth. They even put the hairy area above their eyes. Is this how they show expression? They're funny to me.
They have different body coverings. They have symbols on their hairless area. Is that some form of communication? They must have something.
The top letters are always weird, and there are smaller parts at the end of this name. But they are all different sizes. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those things on each one of their 4 limbs.
Strange creatures. They move a lot and rarely stay still. They're noisy. They get angry. Some of them lay on their backs. Does that mean they are tired?
Hey! Can you hear us?
They're
it's probably one of the most prominent programs and probably one of the most effective programs using the arts for non-arts outcomes. It's critical literacy. It not only builds their thinking skills and their reading skills, it builds how to relate to each other. It's a communications program.
Gives time for us to work through those issues of relationships and talking about, pretty much giving an hour and a half of time to work through stories. So even though it's not their story, they're able to attribute some of the characteristics or characters in the stories to themselves. So it's easier for them to talk about. Compared to some of the stories that we teach them, it's a lot of nonfiction, a lot of true life stories where these stories are kind of made up, so they're more able to share their feelings and what they think should happen because it's not really about them. And a lot of times we don't have that kind of time in class. Our curriculum is very structured as to what we need to cover.
You go to your best friend, Kat, Malachi, and you say, look what I am now.
It's able to allow them to be more creative with what they learn instead of just answering multiple choice questions. They're allowed to be creative in their thinking, in their writing, which usually in our curriculum we don't have time to do.
And Kat is very happy for her friend dog. She's very proud of her friend dog. Good job. Very good.
Continue learning and thinking through things that they learn from Bridges. Even some of the stories and the way that we present the stories and the questions also helps with some of their anger issues, learning not to use violence to work things out.
Who thinks it was all the cat's fault? Who thinks it was the dog's fault? Somebody else. But Chandra, what?
The cat doesn't know you could keep yourself, just in case that
Oh, the cat, because maybe the cat didn't trust herself with it?
Probably it was the cat's fault and the dog's fault because the cat, she was so confident.
Some of the things that it's helped with is the dynamics of the groups. They don't get to pick what group they're in. They're placed in a group and they're never switched. So they have to learn how to deal with each other. They have to learn how to deal with all the different personalities that are in their group, which is one of the biggest things. The kids definitely were not used to the structure of it, especially not creative writing, because we do not do any creative writing. And so for them to sit and make something up really stretched them. A lot of them had 2 sentences where now they have full pages. 2 kids having to go and they did not want to go. And one girl, don't make me talk in front of people, and she shared. And then the next week, her hand was the first one to go up to share.
It was filthy and black. One little baby tiger decided to...
Talked about previously, can't really even write, but with enough support of trying to give him enough phonics, kind of got up, instead of reading what he wrote, we said, okay, so then what happened? So he was able, from his own creation, be able to come up with this great story, and everybody was so impressed with his story that, kind of changed his idea of himself, his confidence level, that he could create these things even though he couldn't necessarily write them all down.
Just much, size bird, huh? You just much? Come on, wait, tough. We win. What, son? I can fly, what?
I think that with all the bells and whistles that I can give the kids using 21st century technology, nothing touched them like this experience did.
Question, which means you are thinking like a scientist.
Wrong. I'm a princess.
And you are a scientist.
Wrong. I'm a girl and a princess. I can't be more. I wear dresses and I frolic in the flowers and I live in the castle.
Hey, I'm a frog. And
I can't do math.
Of course you can do math. The more you practice, the better you become. Did you catch the ball the first time you threw it? No. You got better with practice. Math is the same. Anything you learn is like learning how to catch a ball. Or learning how to dribble a basketball. Or learning how to juggle 3 balls. Or learning how to ride a bike for the first time. Ding, 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 ding. Or learning how to catch a fly with your tongue. Ugh, yuck. And, okay. Next up we have iron. Does anyone know anything made of iron? What do you think? Actually, Iron Man, there is iron in Iron Man, but it's actually iron and gold. So it's not all iron, but it's partly. It's iron gold alloy, which means that those two metals will mix together. So gold too, that's pretty cool. I wish I had a suit made of gold, although I don't know if I'd keep it for long. Go ahead. Oh yes, they used to be. Most of them aren't anymore, but I believe that they probably used to be. That would just make sense, but I'm not really sure.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I don't think we have many people from that generation. So what's our hypothesis? Is iron going to be magnetic? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? Maybe? Who doesn't know? It's okay to not know. That's why it's a hypothesis. It's just a guess. Whoa! It is magnetic.
Yeah, I played with this stuff on that
And see, you can see something with this iron if you just put it right here. Magnets act in waves. So what this is, the ripples, where the big ripples, that's where it is more magnetic, and the dips between the ripples is where it isn't. So you can make this one dance a little bit. And you can like make it go up, defy gravity, or